I do. But my husband, he's not so convinced. Neither was my grandpa. He owned a pair of dress shoes for 30 years that he reserved for what he called Marion and Darian. Those Hagler things were a fashion emergency at every wedding and funeral. I wanted to give those ugly shoes a burial myself. They were just a bit too comfortable. Sometimes the opposite is true, and shoes that don't fit right get really painful, like right now. Ugh. Now I see why these things are on sale. They're a blister waiting to happen. Looks like I'm going shopping again. Fellow Toastmasters, look a while with me today while we try on some old footwear and hear the lessons I learned about breaking in a new pair of shoes. I remember wearing these when kids had to tie shoes. There was no Velcro to make our shoes fit. We just fell a lot. Some of you may remember tying these babies from 1975. If you do, you're as vintage as this earth shoe. While these shoes hold some good memories, they also walked with me through some of the most difficult and painful years of my life. You see, my little lace shoes were not merely for play. They were for running and hiding. They were for escape. My little 4-year-old feet ran behind furniture, trembling and crying, and dreading the moment I would be caught by my daddy. One of many sexual assaults I would endure until I was 8 years old. I quickly learned that my little shoes were never fast enough. Like my little shoes, my earth shoes also survived by running and hiding. They bolted into the bathroom and locked the door to shut out the threats and the criticism that poured like venom. And they ducked down the bathtub when the door came crashing down. But my shoes were clean, polished in the evening, when the wood putty patched the door so the guests at the card party would not ask questions. You see, it was always important to never let anyone outside the family see my dirty shoes. Escape was still the mission, and my earth shoes fled from my violent home into a numb existence on the streets. They staggered out of bars and traipsed through police stations and stepped into dangerous cars, eager to pick up the abandoned teenage girl by the side of the road. I neither thought about risk nor cared about my welfare. I only wanted to blot out the unending ache of my tired feet and broken heart. It is miraculous that my shoes were not replaced by a toe tag dangling from a cold, lifeless foot in the county morgue. But I was lucky. Perhaps I was being followed by the invisible footsteps of angels. My destiny was to live on and to speak out. My worn-out shoes found a safe shelter for runaway youth. It was a place to heal the soles of my feet and the soul of my spirit. The counselors there helped me realize that I was walking in blistering shoes unfit for wear. My calloused feet were running from my own raw emotion. If I was ever going to heal, I had to face my pain and feel. It was time to move through the pain. It was time for a new pair of shoes. The distance runners. Once again, I was running for my life, but this time to reclaim it. These shoes endured marathons of therapy. Marathons where I trembled from the terror of my little shoes. And I screamed from the rage of my earth shoes. And I sobbed for the loss of my innocent shoes. Years later, I finally crossed my finish line of recovery into forgiveness and peace. Now I can live without festering pain and without dirty secrets and without aching shoes. Now that my shoes are a pair of white high heels that I wore when I married my loving husband. More recently, I bought a pair of blue pumps. I use these when I train others how to prevent child abuse. Fellow Toastmasters, I pray that your shoes have not had to travel my painful path. But I doubt you've gotten through life without an occasional blister. We all have pain. What pain may be keeping you on the run? I challenge you to face your deepest pain and with new shoes, walk straight through it. You will find the rewards of healing will bless you with gifts beyond your imagination, like 2 new shoes with zippers and Velcro. When these shoes of my children run and hide, it's because they are playing hide and go seek. As I watch them run carefree in a home without violence and pain, I know I have finally found the people who have taught me how to love. I have found the power of new shoes. Madam President.